Hi Pisces, welcome to your September 2020 Astrology 33 love reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. As far as personal readings go, I'm actually taking a bit of a break from those, but if I start those up anytime soon, I'll make an update in the community section of the channel. As far as what we have in front of us, we have what I call the Bridge in the Gap spread, and the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. These are the past energies, present energies, future energies. Once we get through all those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards with some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Tarot Sexual Magic. Also keep in mind it's just a general spread, so while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy, if you feel more like that represents the other person's energy and the cards on the right seem more like your energy, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that said, let's get started. Past energy on your side, we have Prince of Arrows. So this is actually the equivalent of the Knight of Swords, which is Gemini energy. So for some of you, this could just be saying that, you might have actually been the first one to express feelings between the two of you. And you just might have felt very comfortable communicating with this person. You might have actually had a light and playful attitude toward the connection with this person as well. Another way this could be saying too, though, another thing this could be saying, rather, is that you guys might have been a bit up in the clouds around the connection too. So maybe you had those feelings, but you weren't necessarily communicating them, because we do see, at least in this picture, he hasn't shot the arrow. So it's like, yeah, you might have had those feelings, but you might not have communicated them to the person directly. So that is how it can play out for some of you, but for the majority of you, I feel like it was more the first thing where, you guys were having a lot of open, fun communication with the person. You definitely felt a draw to them, probably pretty quickly as well, but that's what I'm seeing there. Past energy on their side, we have Justice. So this is actually the major arcana card for Libra. So we see two air energies in the past between the two of you. So again, that could point more to the fact that, like I was saying, there could have been a lot of communication between the two of you. But another way this could be playing out too could just be saying that this person was probably definitely interested, but maybe they were a bit wishy-washy in a way as well, because what I always notice with the Justice card in this deck in particular, if we look at her body language, she's looking towards the cards on your side and, leaning that way, but then her legs are going in the opposite direction, like she's going to kind of walk away. So it could have been some indecisiveness on their part. I know that's like the stereotype that comes with Libra energy, but it's not necessarily that makes me say that. It's just more of the vibe them picking up on there. It could have even been that maybe they were looking for something a bit more serious as well than you guys were. So if you were coming across with a bit more of a light, playful energy, they might have thought that possibly you weren't looking for anything more serious. So that could have been what was at play for some of you too. All right, present energy on your side, we have Justice. So same card they had in the past. So once again, we see that Libra energy. Now, to me, this looks like this is saying that you guys will be taking things a bit more seriously. And also, I feel like this is saying that if you didn't communicate the way you were feeling in the past, because like I was saying, for some of you, that could have been what we're seeing there with that imagery where they haven't shot the arrow yet. Could just be saying that now you might actually be coming in to tell this person how you felt. That's certainly a possibility. What always stands out to me with the artwork here is it looks like there's someone behind that curtain about to walk in, right? So maybe you guys have been at a bit of a distance from each other as well. So maybe you're coming to visit them. We know travel restrictions have been crazy in a lot of parts of the world, so that could have been what was at play for some of you too, which is to say maybe you guys were more talking online. And maybe they're like, I don't know if I could do the long distance thing, right? So maybe that was what was going on for some of you. But here I'm getting the vibe that you guys will physically actually come forward and express to this person how you're feeling. All right, present position on their side, we have the Wheel. So this is actually the major arcana card that represents Jupiter energy, and Jupiter actually will be going direct again in September. So it could just point to that, as far as maybe the timing was off between the two of you in the past, and maybe now as Jupiter starts to move forward, that'll actually move the connection forward between the two of you. Another thing this can be pointing to as well, though, this is Sagittarius energy in a way as well, given that they're ruled by Jupiter. But it could just be saying that this is a person that has a lot of options or is keeping their options open for the time being anyway. And that could have been what it was with them in the past, too, where they might have been like, oh, I don't know if I could take this person seriously, right? So they might have just assumed, I'll just see what else is out there. Or, like I said, for some of you, where you flat out just didn't even tell the person how you were feeling. And then they just assumed, all right, well, I guess this person's not interested. So it could be playing out a couple of different ways in that regard, but could just be saying that in general that their life is going well. They could have some good luck. That's been happening for them lately, so that's what I'm seeing there. And the future energy on your side, we had a few cards come up. We have the Four of Staves, Temptation, which is the equivalent of the Devil in traditional tarot, and Five of Coins, which is Taurus energy. So interesting mixture of energies here, but really what I'm seeing with these three is with that Four of Staves, the way that this is coming across to me anyway at first glance is that, like I said, maybe in the past some of you probably did communicate that you were into this person, but he might have come across as a bit more light and playful, right? Maybe not too grounded with the approach, whereas in the present it looks like you were more grounded. And making it known that you wanted something a bit more serious. Now with the future position, this looks like that committed connection, right? With the Four of Staves, that's Aries energy. But then we see temptation, which is, like I said, the devil. So Capricorn energy there. And then Five of Coins. So the way I'm seeing this is to say you guys might get into the connection, but just be careful around self-sabotage here, because it looks like someone might come back into the picture for you guys, probably obviously an ex of yours, and then you might actually run off with that person, and then lo and behold they might end up leaving the picture. And I do have to say, given that this is in the future position, it's probably a good time to bring up the fact that we will have another Mercury retrograde in October, and it'll be in the sign of Scorpio. So could be as simple as pointing to that, which is to say, you guys might get this connection on track. An X might come back into the picture for you guys, most likely. I mean, it could be any time, but I'm thinking, yes, this looks like a Mercury retrograde type theme right here. And then with that Five of Coins, it might end up leaving the picture, and then, you're left out in the cold. Speaking of Mercury retrograde, I can't speak anymore, but yeah. So just be mindful of that. That's what I'm seeing there. I mean, it looks very positive on the surface, but looks like there's definitely going to be that potential to trip things up in the future. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So interesting energies for them too. The Ace of Pentacles, usually what I say to people is the aces represent more of something that's in the idea stage as opposed to them actually making that presentation. But here I do view that energy a little bit differently, which is to say, I do view this as actually two people that are building the foundation of a connection. And then with that Eight of Swords energy here, I do have to say, it makes me think of that devil card in a way too, right? Because we see the two people there in the picture, and then there's that third figure, right? And it looks like she's kind of looking at that person over her shoulder, and this person doesn't even notice that. So I feel like for a lot of you, this could be pointing to that same dynamic that I'm saying there, where, like, let's say this represents your energy, and this could be that X coming back into the picture, and you guys might have some unresolved things there, so that could definitely obviously throw a wrench into this connection. So be mindful of that. I mean, to be fair, for some of you, it can be the other way around, where they're the ones who have an X in the picture as well. Possibly even both of you. But yeah, that's why I see there. Definitely just be mindful of that. I do have a feeling that if it's someone from their past, you would know about this person already. If it's the other way around, I feel like they probably wouldn't know, just because the Eight of Swords, I think, a traditional tarot where there's the blindfold on the person. So I feel like if it's your ex in the picture, I don't think that this person knows anything about that ex, but I feel it's a little more likely that if it's one of their exes in the picture, you would know about this person. So it'd be less of a surprise for you, I feel, if it was actually their energy going back to a past connection. But yeah, hopefully that made sense. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have Prince of Staves, and this is actually the equivalent of the Knight of Wands. So more of the vibe that was picking up there. Well, like I said, I feel like you guys are going to be taking action, coming forward to this person, letting them know how you feel. Maybe just if you didn't come across too seriously to them in the past, stepping it up in that regard, right? Let them know you're interested in something a little bit more stable. But that's what I see there. And at the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Lovers, which is the major arcana card for Gemini. So it's possible you guys are dealing with a Gemini, but I feel like it's just more the general theme with the energy there. So, and I mean, to be fair, like I said, for some of you, it might be them who has someone in the picture. We do see two women there too, so it's at least possible that they might have an ex in the picture too. No matter what, it looks like keep an eye out for what happens for you guys next month with the Mercury retrograde, because it already looks like some stuff might be bubbling underneath the surface. But yeah, let's move on to the Oracle cards, see what we get there. First, we'll see if we get anything from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck. And what I'm looking for here is just some jumpers. So first, we'll be looking for any unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if we shuffle for a while with no cards coming up, I'll just take that as a sign to move on to the next deck, since it's just a general reading. But we'll see if we get anything. Like I said, first we're looking for unspoken messages from you to them. Okay, nothing coming up there, so we'll see if we get any unspoken messages from them to you. Alright, nothing there either, so I'll move on to the next Oracle deck, and same situation here. It's the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck as well, but here we're just looking for one card with general advice, and we'll wrap up after that. Oh, got two actually, but one of them fell, so give me a second. Got this one here, and then I'll grab that other one. Okay. Interesting. Definitely different energies here, but let me read this one first, and then we'll read that one. But first one we have is Clean It Up. There's the artwork, and the number is 21. Getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. The Oracle's message: ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work? Overwhelmed? Time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, Every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. So interesting energy there, and I could just be saying that what was going on for you guys in the past too with this Gemini energy. That could just be saying that you might have been a bit scattered, that maybe you guys had a lot going on, so you weren't really able to put a lot of energy into the connection. And that might have been where this person started to come into a bit of doubt too. Like, okay, I don't know if this person's really, taking me seriously or not. But like I said, it looks like you guys do go in to fix that. But might explain the past a little bit anyway, so hopefully that resonated. All right, the relationship message says time to clear the air, take a look at your side of the street, and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. So, definitely an interesting message there as well. Clearing the air, right? That definitely makes me think of what I was saying with the Prince of Arrows. For some of you, probably already did let them know how you felt, but with that Justice card, I feel like this is you really coming in to set the record straight, restore balance in the connection. So, looks like there will be that open communication there at the very least with the wheel in their present position. Like I said, it looks like for some of you, it could just be saying that they might have multiple options, but the wheel also represents like an open energy, so it looks like they would definitely be open to you coming around. And like I said, with the Ace of Pentacles and the future on their side, it looks like they're interested in the connection as well. But I figured I would just mention that. Now, the second card, I already have a feeling how this is going to tie in to the reading, probably in the future position, but we'll see. Card you guys got is All That Glitters. There's the artwork for it, and the number is 16. Okay, it says a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. The oracle's message: it's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status, or to deny them is a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title, or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the mask people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? So definitely an interesting message there, and really the reason why I said I feel like this is going to tie into you guys more for what I'm seeing in the future position is, like I was saying, I feel like there's some other like third party interference that's at risk in the future position. Like I said, for most of you, I feel like it might be an ex from your past, or it could even be a new person, I suppose, that would pull you away from the connection with this person. But I was picking up more of an energy of the ex. And then with that Five of Pentacles, to me, that definitely gave me that classic vibe of, okay, someone comes around, right, pulls you out of this connection, and then the next thing you know, you're in that Five of Pentacles energy where you feel left out in the cold, because, like I said, that definitely just screams Mercury retrograde to me, so definitely watch out for that next month. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. And as far as the relationship message itself, it says sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give you, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. So yeah, I mean, to me, it definitely makes sense how these two cards came out together. Which to me, I feel like this is saying more to be on the lookout for that other connection, because it looks like what you guys would have there seems pretty genuine in the future. But then, like I said, whether it's you or, like I said, for some of you, it might be someone on their side as well coming back around. Looks like definitely something to watch out for there. But hopefully, this resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.